All right. Good evening, everyone. Um, yeah, Jesse, Chris, Miss Edith, and then Miss Scholastica. Welcome to the Jogo webinar. This time around, we try to make it a catch up. While we wait for other people, let's just give them like 5 minutes so that we can have other people join the uh, webinar this evening. All right. Okay. Good evening, everyone. You see that I saw your message. We kind of little technicalities here, so but anyway, we've rectified it. So I'll just give the floor open to Miss Scholastic. But before then, let me just do a brief introduction of her. Um, Her name is Scholastica Ezeigo. I hope I got that pronunciation right. And then she's a customer service professional and human resource generalist. She works with Intelligra Solutions, which is a fintech company, and as their human resource manager. And then she's a lifelong learner, a person striving to build an outstanding career in human resources management and marketing. That's the brief I actually have on her. So, Miss Scholastica, it's actually nice to have you on this webinar for this week, and then we hope that you would truly bless us and then enrich us with your knowledge on the topic that we've chosen for today's webinar. So, please, the floor is all yours.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Emmanuel. I must say that I'm humbled to be here. It's a privilege for me to be here in your midst and to talk to you people on a chosen topic. Well, before we start, I would like to appreciate Jesse. Jesse reached out to me today to intimate me more on the company and what they are into. Then I would like to appreciate Edith, who is the head of sales, and giving me the opportunity to speak here today. All right, Jesse told me about that they had a webinar last time, and they had a topic which is or workplace safety. But before then, I had another topic which I discussed with her, and I'm not going to take your time to talk about that. Well, I want to discuss about product life cycle. As we are all aware, we are dealing with a product here. So I want to discuss about product life cycle and understanding sales and how it works. So when you talk about product life cycle, it's very important in every business. It has 4 stages in business, very, very important. We have the introductory stage of business. Oh, sorry, before I even go into there, I would like to know, I don't know who to direct this question to. I would like to know about the vision of the company. Mr. Emmanuel, maybe you will help out. That's the reason for existence of this company. Mr.
All right.
Emmanuel.
Miss Scholastic. Drogo AI is a software tool which is used to measure metrics. It actually makes performance metrics. The way at which people work, it actually just measures it and make it easy for managers to be accountable for what their team or individuals are actually doing. So it's basically like all the other softwares, but only this time with a touch of own feel, and then it actually has quite a number of integrations into it. So if you run a company or you run like a number of staffs under you, and then you want to be able to be accountable for what they actually do. You want to see or measure their performance. Drogo is what you should actually run to. Drogo is the app that you need to use to be able to measure that metric for your staffs and then your team, your organization. So basically, that's just a major summary overview of what Drogo does.
All right, thank you. And as we can see, is a new product in the market and is a very, very vital product that anybody, if we're able to sell this product, well, every company, we want to patronize these products because it's going to make work less easy for them to monitor their performance. You don't need to be there based on what he said. Somebody don't need to be there to monitor his people's performance and get value for the payment, the salary you are paying your staff. Unlike where there is no, they don't monitor it. Some people will come to work and just while away their time. But when they discover that we have something that we use to monitor their performance, all hands will be on deck to ensure that we achieve the goals and objectives of the company. So when you're looking at this, that's why I'm talking about the product life cycle. It's a new product and it's coming to the market. You don't underestimate the 4 stages of product life cycle, which is part of the 4 stages of every business. In every business, we have the introductory stage, we have the growing stage, we have the maturity stage, and the declining stage. So for for you to make it at the top, you have to hold this very important. You have to know, see these stages as a very important stages of business growth in business. So in the introductory stage, you are bringing a product in the market, which is like this product that is coming now. You will do all you can to make sure that your product will win the mind of your target customers. You have to know your customer segment. You have to know the type of customers, their demography, the type of business you want to sell the product to. And when I said I'm going to talk about product life cycle and understanding sales and how it works, for you to achieve every of this stage, you need the sales persons there. And these persons are being regarded as the sales representatives and the sales reps, the people that promote your new product. So on the introductory stage, being that is new in the market, you don't have to be impatient. You have to be very, very patient, communicating your product to your consumers, to your target audience, your target customers. You need to have salespeople that have a mind, that their mindset is made on their business. When I talk about mindset, it's having a positive mindset on the business for them to win on this introductory stage, because that is when you are bringing it. You know, this product is new in the market. Not everybody knows about it. You get to some customers that will tell you that we don't know about this customer. There are places you go and do your demo, and after listening to that, they will tell you they will get back to you, and they won't get back to you. Why? Because they don't really understand it. So when you have the good salespeople that have this positive mindset about the product, they have made up their mind, this is why we are here, and we are here to promote this product, and we are here to make sure that we sell it to our consumers. We make sure we let them know the importance of this, and that is what will make them buy into it. That period, you have to be patient. You don't have to be impatient with your customers. Then after that period, if you're able to do it well, you will see yourself moving to the growing stage. This growing stage here is you are getting yourself, your product is receiving attention now. You are making yourself popular in the eyes of the consumers. Now people will want to associate with you. And in this stage, for the sales reps, they have to build this thing called trust with their customers, those that they have gone to. You have to know your product in and out. You have to be able to answer questions, every question they ask you about your product. So you have to have this bigger goal that you know your vision. I know the reason why we are here. I know where we are going to, and you have to communicate it in the right way to customers to be able to achieve and win customers on this growing stage. And on this growing stage, if you're able to do it well and bring in your customers, you will realize that you move to the maturity stage. This stage is a very interesting stage. On this maturity stage, you don't have to look for your customers because you've already succeeded in gaining their trust in the introductory stage and the growing stage. On this stage now is your market, your product that will sell itself based on people you have already sold to, people you have developed that rapport with. Now people will be selling your product for you. The word of mouth, they say, is the most vital aspect of advertisement. Other people will be selling your product to you. Here now, even when you are not looking for customers, you will see customers coming to want to patronize you. You will be the one self to run away because it will be too much on you then. And this is the sweetest part of the product life cycle. But in this cycle, we have the declining stage. You don't have to underestimate this declining stage, because after the maturity stage, if you don't take time, your product will start going down. And in when this product start going down, there are things you have to put into, major things that you have to put into consideration. You have to look at promotional mix, you have to look at marketing mix, you have to look at product mix. In this promotional mix, you have to think of the kind of advertisement. You have to look at the target market, the market segment, your target audience. You have to do a lot of advertisement on the product need. You have to you have to develop new products, as in you have to develop product that will suit both different types of demography, different types of age limit, and different types of company with their products. So you have to work hard to see that your company doesn't go to declining stage. And for you to achieve this, as you know, I talked about your sales representative. These people have to have a good knowledge of your products. Their mindset have to be made. They need to have a bigger goal. That is our vision about what we are doing, where the reason why we are here and where we are going to. Then they need to have these smaller steps. These smaller steps is first prospecting. And during this prospecting, you need to know your customers' need, their wants. Then you need to work towards giving them what they need and what they want. Then you need to build a rapport and trust with your customers. When you do this, customers will be free to patronize you, no matter the product you bring, because you have built that trust. They will be able to patronize you and market you to others. So with all this, you will see that at the end, your company will blow, just like as you people are new in the market now with your fantastic product. Honestly, I call it fantastic because this is like first of its kind, where CEOs will be somewhere and they will feel relaxed. They can go on holiday and feel relaxed that the performance of the staff they employed are being monitored through these products. So when we do all these things, we see that we'll succeed in the market. And as I'm just telling you people now, with this product and with this thing about the 4 stages of business, or this business, you will see that the product will succeed in the market, and we will achieve our goals and objectives. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Madam Scholar. Thank you. I really appreciate what you've just said. It will go a long way in boosting what we already have going on in the sales team. Thank you so much for the opportunity and for everything you've said so far. And I'm sure every other person too have learned one or two.
Wow, I really must say that was a very concise and powerful presentation. Thank you very much, Miss Kolostka.
Thank
I'll throw
you.
the floor open now for questions. Are there anyone who actually has questions to ask Miss Scholastica? All right, good. Oyekachi, I can see your answer. Please go ahead with your question.
Okay, good evening, Mrs. Scholastica.
Good evening, Onyekachi.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your teaching. It kind of draw back some memories. But in life cycle, you actually mentioned most of the things that should be considered when going into the market. But I wanted you to throw more light in the areas of when you are introducing a product, you need to consider some factors which you mentioned, the marketing 4 P's, like the product, promotion, price, and place. But in also doing there are the people they call the pioneers, the early adopters, late adopters, and the laggards. How do we, factor these set of people? How do we target them? Make sure that they are the right people we are talking about. The pioneers are the people that will, accept these products at this initial stage, how what should we be doing in terms of price promotion and place to make sure that these people these people actually accept us and embrace our product? Thank you.
All, all right, thank you, Onyekachi. When I was talking about the product life cycle and you are talking about the 4 P's of marketing: the price, product, and place. So when I was talking about understanding, I talk about understanding sales too and how it works. And for you to bring this product, there are vital people you need to help you push this product. So we have these salespersons, these salespeople. For these salespeople to go to talk about the price, the place, the 4 P's, knowing their target market, talking about these people have to know their product in and out. So when you know these products in and out, then you will know the suitable people, the suitable places to sell these markets, and you know the price based on different region. You know how to communicate price. So you need to understand, like when you go to companies, you need to know about the company. You need to understand their needs when you market your product to them. You need to understand, because they will ask questions. You need to understand their needs. Based on that, you will know the kind of product when I'm talking about product. If you're coming with a product, there are different aspects of the product. So knowing what the customers need, your target audience needs, that will make you understand how you are going to repackage their own products. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, ma'am. It's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Manuel, I lost you somehow. Hello?
Okay, I think Madam Scholastica, I think Mr. Emmanuel is having technical issues at the back end.
Okay,
I
I
don't know
was
if you can
thinking.
hear me.
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you very clearly.
So I wanted to throw add one or two to what Onyekachi is saying. So at Onyekachi, based on what you are selling, you'll be able to map out as a salesperson, you'll be able to map out or strategize where you think your product will fit in. And we have a lot of companies out there. We have a lot of people doing businesses out there. But in as much as Drogo is a very good software that will suit businesses, there are some places that we know that they won't really take it seriously. So, as a good salesperson, thank God you have your sales head. It is our duty for her to strategize, look into the open market, and know the kind of companies where you'll be visiting that would need this. When you go there, they'll be able to listen and they'll see the importance of what you are selling. For instance, you can't just go to my 12 market and say because it's a market and you start saying you want to sell Drogo to them. They will look at you and they won't even see the importance of it. So most times with what you are selling, you'll be able to know your target market. You'll be able to know where should be your focus and where you should go. I'll cite an example. If you can recall when Veronica was with us, from her reports that she was giving, she was always making mention of going to these real estate agents. At a point, I called her during one of our meetings and I told her that these real estate people that you are going to, most times if you look at your reports, they just tell you they will get back to you, they will get back to you. and most of them don't really have that staff base, and their product is not something that sells every time over time. They're not really busy per se. So probably that's the reason why they are not giving it much importance, or they are not really looking into it. Not that I'm saying that they cannot use Drogo. If you recall, I told her that she should stop visiting those areas for the time being, and I cited some places where you guys can visit. So that's what Madam Scholar is trying to say. Knowing your product very well is a good start. By the time you know your product, you know what you're selling, you should be able to know, even without your sales head telling you this is a particular place that you're to go to, you will know where you should go to market this particular product, and they will give you listening ears or audience, and you'll be able to make sales. So that was what I wanted to throw into what she said so far. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Edith. Onyekachi, hope that it clears your question.
Yes, it does. It does. Just from experience with Drogo, we once you're in sales of tech, your first focus is how to solve problem. What is my solution? What are the problem that my solution are solving? So if you define the problem you're solving, then you'll be able to know um, where those problems are in terms of companies that are facing those challenges, which indirectly or directly is most of the company, but who are the people that will adopt it? That's where your segmentation comes in now. So I really appreciate your explanation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Is Mr. Manuel back now?
Yeah, sorry, I had a little technical difficulties.
All
Thank
right.
you again, Mrs. Scholastica. That was a very insightful one. Now, back to the Jogo catch up that we actually had. Since there are no more questions, so we'll just go into the Jogo catch up. We have this Jogo community where we actually it's open to everyone, and then we tend to engage in useful informations. We throw in questions, and then we engage in those questions, we chip in our ideas and all. And then yesterday we launched our Ask Me Anything, our AMA session in the community. And then today we said we're going to actually run the first virtual, which is the second part of this webinar anyway. And we're going with the hashtag AskHR. So it's very good that we actually have Ms. Scholastica here, who actually has a vast experience with that too. So we'll just throw the floor open. At least we can have everyone ask one question to Ms. Scholastica before we call it a wrap on today's episode of the webinar. So please.
Mr. Emmanuel, it depends on the question they are going to ask. Like when Jessie sent me this, she talked about maintaining safe work environment and culture. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess that's what we're going to. All right.
Yeah, definitely. That's the team. That's the team. That's what we'll be centering our questions on. So, work-life balance. Yeah. So, we'll be going around the room. Please, please ask your question, and then let Miss Scholastica actually give us our own take on. Pick. Go first, please. Okay.
I'm sorry, good evening everyone. My network is really bad, so I got dropped off the call. Right, I have one question. And um okay, it's how can a company support work-life balance for its employees? Does anybody have answers to that question? Like, how can a company support work-life balance for its employees? Like, okay, so I am a marketer, and most times, usually, I come back home with some work. Like, I don't get to do everything that I have set out for. Even if I like have a list of tasks like scheduled for the day, I eventually still end up coming back home with some work, right? So there is no balance for me at the moment, right? So I'm just curious, really curious, like how can a company like, support work-life balance for its employees?
All right. We're talking about work-life balance and how a company can support work-life balance. It, employ everybody in the company should be able to, okay, company should be able to provide some certain things, benefits for their staff, like the health care, the health care, there should be leave, there should be a lot of commissions, there should be recreation sometimes, like we can do thank God it's Friday, where people will come to. It's not about work all the time. A time we come when a staff will go on leave, then there should be this health care in case a staff broke down, and she will be sure that company will take care of my health. Then there should be like activities that sometimes all these games activities we can organize things. Once in a while we have like thank God it's Friday, where it won't be work again. Even in that thank God it's Friday, any kind of staff, even the cleaners, will be able to interact with the CEO, will be able to interact with the manager. Now the floor is open for you to dance with anybody. I remember when I was a customer service person, when I just started, like the customer service, you know when you face customers, you face the walk-in customers, not when you answer phone calls. Those are the toughest customers ever. These people that comes with this, here you meet the irate customers, you will see the anger on them and they will vent the anger on you. Most times every other staff will go and the customer service are still there attending to the customers. We don't have rest except on Saturdays that we don't come to work. But most Saturdays too we run shift, because most of the customers, that is when they have time to come to the service center to ask for anything or repair their devices they bring. So in that case, when they see that the work is so tense, so the human resources people will organize like a thank God it's Friday. Most times we will even organize, take a day off in a month, and we'll just say, let's go to the beach for everybody to go and play and relax. Then sometimes to the human resources or manager, then there will be a timetable for leave. And she normally tells us that anybody that doesn't take leaves, she sees the person as a local person. You have to take leave. There must be work-life balance. There's a time in your life you have to take leave and go and rest. And the health care we have that time, at least once in a year, you go for general check. So you are free. They tell you are free to go to hospital, even when you know you are strong. Sometimes too, you go and do all this general check your blood pressure, all these vitals, know how your body is faring. If you want to go, you can meet your supervisor and tell them you are going to the hospital. Of course, we know the hospital, everybody is entitled to go there. So you can't lie that you're going to the hospital, because there will still be a report from the hospital. So this is how companies, I feel companies will support work-life balance. It's not about work. They give you leave to rest with your family. They organize programs where people come and ease themselves, play, and meet with others. Then they give you training where you talk about or work safety workplace, talk about health and other things. Hope I've answered your question.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I literally believe that you just covered everything that pertains to work-life balance. Thank you very much, Ms. Scholastic. The floor is still open. Does anyone still have a question for on the team work-life balance? Uh, okay, so no one has a question for Ms. Scholastica on work-life balance. All right, it's good. The link to the Jogo community has been plugged in the in message. Please, if you're not a member yet of the Jogo community, you can please click on the link and join. It's very easy. probably less than 60 seconds of your time, and then you're in. You can see all the questions that have been asked. You can engage in all these questions. You can actually even share your own tips and ideas too, and then get a broader understanding. So we'd like to tap into your own knowledge too on the topics that are already in the Drogo community. With that being said and done, we say thank you again to Miss Scholastica for this wonderful session with us on the Drogo webinar for this week. Um, you all will agree with me that we actually learned way more than one or two things, yeah. And then we'd like to keep you close as a family with Drogo too. So from time to time, we'll be sending you things, we'll be inviting you for programs and other things. So
No
thank you very much.
problem, no problem. I will appreciate that. Again, to Mr. Emmanuel, a word before they go. Is your product is a good product. JC told me more about the product. Edith told me to, then you've enlightened me on the product. I think I like your concept. It's coming in new to the country. And all I want to advise that the salespeople should be having anyway. I saw how Miss Edith, Miss Oputa, or answered the question that Onyekachi asked. I'm sure they have a capable lead. So from time to time, there should be a training, and as they are changing, the product should be reviewed too from time to time. And as they get to know more about this product, I'm sure the product will sell very fast. We are just on the introductory stage, so we have to bear with our customers. You know, when things come new into the market, if people will have different opinion about the thing, but then we don't give up. One thing is that all we need to do for us to navigate this stage is to know the company's vision. What is the reason for our existence? Then where are we going and what do we plan to achieve? Then our mindset should be set. We should have to have a positive mindset and know that this is why we are here and this is what we are plan to achieve. When we know all this, there's no negative feedback that will demoralize us. Instead, it builds us, because complaint, they said, builds us. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
very much.
very much.
All right. So, Mr. D, do you have any other thing you want to add before we call it a day?
No, I just wanted to appreciate all what she said, and I still want to thank her for giving us her time this evening. I know it's not easy. So many people who might want to rest because of work. She herself, she's working, but she still took out her time to be able to do this with us. So I appreciate you, Madam Scholar. Thank you for coming once again.
Thank you so much, Miss Edith.
All right, everyone. That's it. It's a wrap. One last announcement. Don't forget that physical events in person on site would be next week, 25th of May. So if your chance to attend, please do come through. We have a lot of activities for you that day. It's going to be a very, very interesting one. I really must tell you. In fact, this is going to be better than the last one and the previous ones and all the ones that we've been doing in the past, because we've actually increased the tempo this time around. We'll be having quite a number of activities that are very, very engaging. Then you get to connect with top professionals in the industry, and as well as enjoy yourself. Don't let me let the full cat out of the bag anyway. So thank you everyone for coming. My name still remains Emmanuel, and I'm with Drogo Marketing. It's been a nice time having you all here, and then I've actually learned a lot. Hope to see you all again next week. Bless.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel.
Thank you. Have a nice night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, and have a good night rest.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Good night.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.